Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 16 and the final episode of season 3 of my Football Manager 23 save with #United. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below any signing suggestions and all that sort of stuff because, well, this season has been a massive underachievement and really poor compared to our first 2 seasons as #United manager. We've got to get our recruitment right this summer and we've already started giving out new contracts to some players. We're trying to reduce the wage bill and all that sort of stuff so we can get some better quality players in. You'll see in the next episode our big summer rebuild. We did it a couple seasons ago where we go through all the players that have stayed and all of our new signings as well because I don't think there'll be many who will be staying. We could even see a transfer departure in today's video for an actual transfer fee, which is pretty rare these days. It's not that much. It's just about £500, but it's still a transfer fee. Make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well. Let's get into it. To confirm then, there has officially been no transfer business that has gone through as of right now, but I can confirm there will be some going through at some point in today's episode. Since you were last with us then, I can't for the life of me remember what the last game was. Was it Wroxham? I feel like it was this game against Wroxham. Since then, we had a 1-1 draw at home to Brentwood, a 1-0 win away at top of the league, Bury Town. This 2-1 defeat, though, at home to Grays in the 90th minute confirmed they were no longer possible for us to reach the playoffs. But after such a shocking start to the season, to even say we were in the chance of potentially getting into the playoffs with 4 or 5 games to go, shows how good our second half of the season really was. We then had a 2-0 win away at Coggles Hall. And in today's episode, we have Basildon United at home. They're currently 16th in the table, and we also have Leiston away. They're currently 9th in the table. Here is how the league is currently looking. There are 3 teams here who are all in the PL. They're in some sort of playoff relegation. I don't understand how you can finish bottom, win 3 games all season and still have a chance of avoiding relegation. These 3 have comfortably been the worst team in the league though this season. As you can see, there's a 17-point gap between 18th and 17th. We're currently 11th, almost smack bang in the middle of the table. The highest amount of points we can finish on is 55, so we can potentially finish as high as 8th, which would be a really good finish considering how poor we were at the start of the season. The lowest though that we could finish would be all the way down in 16th. So 2 wins to end the season would be very nice. Let's try and get in to that top half. The squad is not really looking too dissimilar to what you've already seen. I tried to sign Alex Teniola onto a part-time contract, so we've got him for next season. I've just realised now I'd only done that until the end of this season. He's on £90 per week, but we actually managed to get a wage increase because our performance has recently been doing pretty well. Our committed spending is £1,187. We're currently spending £2,216, and we're able to spend £2,349 as of right now. Next season, though, that goes down to £2,200. I think as of right now, you're completely up to date with everything. So let's get into the first game of today's episode at home to Basildon United. Here is how we line up with Taylor in goal, a back four of Beresford, Dodd, Cunningham and Bateson with Diol and Wright in the midfield. This could potentially be his last game for the football club. He's currently got a £525 bid in from Billericay. We've got Francis and a Pengteng on the wings. I'm actually going to swap them 2 over. Francis seems to be doing much better on the left, so if he continues his form over the last 2 games, he might just about do enough to get a new contract. And obviously up front is Teniola and Jonathan Lacey. Let's get underway then for today's game. Basildon, they've not really got anything to play for. We've also got not really got much to play for. It's a bit of a dead rubber game with us not really having much to play for. I mean, this episode's a little bit of a dead rubber one, but I always like to play the last 2 games of a season on camera just so you know how well we've been doing and all that sort of stuff. I am really looking forward though to the next episode that you see. I'm not too sure specifically when that'll come out. Might be Thursday potentially. When that does come out though, it'll be another big transfer rebuild, and we all love the transfer rebuilds. They are certainly my favourite part of Football Managers. Francis picks up the ball here, driving inside with the ball, loads of room for him, and he switches it over the top looking for Lacey. Gerrard underneath that one though, heavy touch, Lacey, ball in, Teniola somehow missed. How on earth has he done that? Francis picks up the ball here, driving inside towards the centre of the pitch, looking for Kojo Pengteng. Good first touch, ball in, cleared away by Chambers. Diol hits him on the back of the head, picks up again, strikes. No idea why that went so high. A little bit of a knuckleball dip on that. 15 minutes in, it's still 0-0. We've certainly started the better of the 2 teams with 65% of the ball in at the opening 20 minutes, and we now have a goal kick here. I'm really still not sure about Callum Taylor. He's on £140 a week, which is a lot for this level, but I just don't feel like he really contributes enough. I feel like a goalkeeper, they're always going to be bad at non-league, so there's no real point in getting a really good one because they're all just as bad as each other for the large part. Richardson picks up the ball here though for Basildon, swings one in, and it's a header. It's a good chance there for Price. Thankfully for our sake, it goes just wide. We switched off a little bit there, and Basildon are now starting to grow into the game. We're going to give him a little bit of encouragement. Cunningham again playing really well. I'm liking this back four at the moment. Beresford, I'm still not sure on if I'm going to give him a new deal, to be honest with you. He's much more of a defensive fullback rather than an attacking wing back, and that doesn't really suit my style of play. He's on £140 a week. If we can get him down to £100 a week, I'll keep him. If not, we'll go and give it SCN, I think it is, a new contract. That's a great ball over the top. If Lacey can get there first, he can't quite though, and Lomax does claim that one, and he's got the ball here. 37 minutes on the clock. He sends the ball long, looking for Rowe. Beresford underneath that one, but the ball comes loose here into Gerrard. Good first touch. Can we win the ball there? I've no idea what's going on here. This seems like going to be a classic Football Manager goal. Ball's played over the top, looking for Rowe into the penalty area. Really scrappy there. Beresford does eventually clear it. Lacey doesn't win that ahead of Osalaja. Right now finds Teniola. He plays it through into the path of Jonathan Lacey. Takes the shot on early. Hit the crossbar or the post. I'm not really too sure. That confused my vision there. Somehow it's not ended up in at the back of the net. My assistant manager wants us to work balls into the box. I'm fine with that. Give him one last piece of encouragement. There's half time. It's 0-0 at the moment. It's not been bad, but it's not been great. I really want to win this game, so let's get underway for the second half. Hopefully we can get on the score sheet. If not, we might make some changes in about 10 minutes or so time, but we do have a kick-off highlight here. Dodd clips one forward. Lacey gets on the end of that one though, into the penalty area, strikes. Poor finish over the bar. I'm not sure he's getting the new contract, to be honest. We are now 15 minutes into the second half. We do actually have a highlight here. We'll let this highlight play before our substitutions. Ball comes into the box. Teniola. I was about to bring him off, and after missing a free header 6 yards out, I think it's time to get Alex Teniola off the pitch. Andrew Brown is going to be coming on. He's actually here until 2027, so he's still got 2 years left to run on his long-term contract that we gave him a long time ago. He's going to come on as a deep line forward. At DPD, he's obviously going to come on. I believe he signed a new contract with the club. Yes, he is with us until... That is the end of next season, isn't it? Yes, he's with us until the end of next season on £55 a week. I think that's a wage decrease, if I'm right in saying. I think actually it's a significant wage decrease. He's going to come on, though, for Jermaine Francis, and we'll leave our final change for another 5 or 10 minutes or so. Double change for us here, though. Been really impressed with DPD this season. His output has been really good. He's got 14 goal contributions in 34 appearances, just 20 of them being starts, though. Been really impressed with him for what we expected of him, and his actual output. It's been a really good return as Rowe strikes from this free kick. Taylor, did he get a touch on that? I'm not really too sure. Looks like he hit the crossbar to me, and eventually we are able to clear. Let's now make our final change of the game. Harold SCN is going to come on for Beresford at right back. We're actually going to play SCN as an attacking fullback. Maybe that's a little bit different to a supportive wing back. Let's see if we can do that one a little bit better. We'll go on to an attacking mentality as well, as Rowe finds Richard, spins and turns, ball into the box. Cunningham gives away a penalty, and with 15 minutes left on the clock, Basildon have a chance to take the lead into today's game. Rowe versus Taylor. Rowe comes out on top in this occasion. Taylor dives the right way, but Omar Rowe has his 8th goal of the season. The number 10 for Basildon, with 15 minutes left on the clock, puts the visitors in front, and that is a really disappointing goal to concede, to be honest with you. Cunningham shouldn't really be committing a foul like that. He's still having a really good game. That might go down now. It's gone down a little bit now, but we're going to berate them. Not exactly how I want to be ending the season, though, with a loss, and obviously we've got another game coming up. I can't for the life of me remember who that is against, but it's a massive mistake there from the Basildon player, and now Brown doesn't really know what to do with it. It goes back into Diol. A Pengteng now slots it through, looking for Lacey. Poor pass from a Pengteng. I think he's going to be released. He's only on a non-contract, but yeah, cost us a big goal there. It's 2-0 Basildon. I'm not seeing enough from Kojo Pengteng week in, week out. His output this season's not been horrendous, but for a starting winger, even as a sub-winger, he just doesn't offer enough. That quality there is really poor, and Price is on hand to pounce. Dodd can't quite keep up with him. It's a great finish from Price, to be fair, right into the side netting. 10 minutes left on the clock. It's #0, Basildon 2, and this just about sums up our season so far, doesn't it? We looks like probably not going to finish in that top half now, which is really frustrating unless we have a really good comeback here. I'd be more than happy with a point at this stage, but we've got no one who can really hold the ball up, and for some reason they ignore my instructions of passing it short, and they just want to absolutely hammer the ball long. Rowe now on the ball into the penalty area, ball across. Dodd intercepts that one though. Now SCN plays a 1-2 with Diol and a 3-4. Diol finds a Peng-Teng. Can we have a little bit of quality from him this time? Lacey finds Brown. Good first touch. Back into Lacey. What can he do with the ball here? Got a couple players around him. Loses out there. A Peng-Teng picks it up now. Can he get one into the box? He plays it low, looking for Diol. Poor again from a Peng-Teng. SCN now. He finds Diol into Dodd. Stepping in from centre back. Over the top looking for a Peng-Teng. Ball across. Brown. Goal. Andrew Brown scores goals. He might be 19 years of age. Next season, I reckon he's got a really good chance of playing week in, week out because he's on cheap wages. He's a youngster with decent potential, and the only way he's going to fulfil that potential is by playing games. And we've brought in experienced strikers ahead of him to play this season. And Lacey, Sarson, even Teniola at times haven't really delivered the output that Brown does. Now, when Brown plays bad, he plays really bad, but he scores goals. He's a decent player at this level, as there is now going to be one last chance in today's game. Ball into the box, he's headed towards goal, and somehow it's not ended up in the back of our net. There's a throw-in now for Basildon over on the far side. Richards will take this one. They've got a few players in that corner. Don't know what the keeper and SCN's doing there. That was strange. They now have a corner ball. Presumably they're just going to let the clock run down now. This will be probably the last chance of the game for them to get a third, but I'm sure that this corner's probably not even going to come into the box, is it? It probably is, just about, if Rowe eventually wants to take this. I mean, it's meant to be a 6-second rule. He's taken about 20 seconds here. Anytime today, referee? Maybe? Thank you. Ball comes in, headed up by Cunningham. Can we just have the full-time whistle, please? We've accepted defeat. Can we just have the full-time whistle? Cunningham clears. There's the full-time whistle. Last home game of the season, penultimate game of the campaign, ends in defeat. Far from pleased with that result. And I think for the final game of the season, we're going to rotate, give players different opportunities, because some players haven't taken it there. And at this stage in the season, there's nothing for us to play for apart from contracts for next season. We need to win the last game of the season and hope Leiston lose and overturn a 3-goal swing if we want to finish into the top half. Let's get into it. I've actually just realised we play Leiston, don't we, on the final game of the season, so this has a lot riding on it. We need to beat them by at least 2 goals. Bury Town have been crowned as champions, and like I say, we are going to be rotating for the final game of the season. Players like Rory Hill came in, £20 a week, 8 appearances, 1 assist. I mean, he's definitely not getting a new contract, but with our wage structure situation at some point in the season, he seemed like a good signing on paper. Here is the confirmation, and what's happening here? There's an offer for Toby Cocker. Can't say I'm too interested in him, to be honest with you. But as you can see here, we're now an established Isthmian League Division 1 North team. And Ellison Wright is joining Billericay Town for a £525 fee. We have confirmed that. On paper, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. But just not really good output, especially last season, Paul. This season hasn't exactly been great. Just need a lot more from Ellison Wright on £110 a week. We're going to wish him all the very best. To get a transfer fee in for him, he's obviously very nice, and he will be unavailable for selection for his final game of the season against Leiston. Let's now get into it. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for the final game of what has been a really miserable season. Youth Academy graduate, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, Anouk Sager? I'm not really too sure. 2-star current ability and 5-star potential at 16 years of age. Yes, he's only 5'10", but 2-star current ability at 16 with 5-star potential. I've got to give him game time, and he's going to get an opportunity in this one with the back four of SCN, Dodd, Haysom and Bateson. Diol and DPD in the midfield with Teniola and Francis starting on the wings. That leaves Sarson and Brown up front. On the bench, we've got Beresford, Cunningham, Hill, Peng-Teng and Lacey. One last time this season before we have a big summer rebuild. We have just offered a new contract to Harry Haysom. He's currently on about £90, £100 a week. We've offered him a contract and he accepted it at about 50, 55, something like that. So we're clearly in a position where we're able to reduce the wages of some players. I want to be in a position next season where we've got 2 players for every position rather than having players like DPD who can play in a lot of positions. We are now underway though for the final game of today's video and season. We need to win by at least 2 goals to finish in the top half. But as of right now, Brentwood have overtaken us. Corner comes into the box here. Header at the front post from Blake there. Goes over the bar. 13 minutes on the clock. Not exactly a great start from us here though, although that was only their first shot of the game. They've had more of the ball than us, but we've certainly had a lot more chances. 25 minutes on the clock now. They're playing a 4-4-2 flat formation. Maybe we need to play something a little bit more simpler like that, as we've got a free kick here. It's a little bit far out maybe for DPD to be scoring. Or is it? Our number 8 shoots and finds the back of the net. Dom Penazardoa with his 10th goal of this season. This man has probably been my player of the season. Yes, Teniola scored 26 goals this season, but DPD, like what I say, for the level of expectation on him, he's come in and he's been absolutely outstanding. 29 minutes on the clock, it's Leiston 0, #United 1, and we've got another free kick here. Can he do it again? This time he crosses to the back post, looking for either Dodd or Teniola. This time though, it does just go, unfortunate for us, just over the bar. Approaching at the half-time whistle then, it has been all #United. We've absolutely battered them in at that first half. That was a very good first half performance. Keep it up, lovely stuff. They've picked up a fair few bookings in that first half. 3 of their back 4 already on yellow cards, and we'll see Segers, I'm not really too sure. First opportunity at playing out from the back. DPD switches out wide into Teniola, playing in a natural position for him, but not necessarily his best one. Crosses in, looking for Sarson. Cleared away though by Gibbs. Dodd underneath that one, and Diol finds DPD. We know he can pick a pass. Goes back into Taylor Dodd. Essien now. Dodd clips one forward, looking for Sarson. Lets the ball run. Isn't not going to be able to get on the end of that one though. No, Tonks finds Hussin, and he finds Mulvaney on this near side. Can he clear one down the line? Good pressing there from Francis. Can't quite win it back though, and eventually the ball is cleared. Alongo plays a 1-2 with Ferguson and puts the ball out wide into Mirror. This is really good football here from Leiston. Good defending there from Teniola. Shocking mistake here though from Essien. Now Alongo, ball in, offside surely. I mean, how has Aziz missed that? He was offside. Big opportunity there. Poor from Essien though. Alongo picks up the ball here. Tackle from Sarson. Looked a bit excessive there. Certainly seeing them be given as red cards. Ball played over the top, which Essien should deal with here. He goes back into the goalkeeper, who's made a mistake on his debut. And Ade Aziz has his 22nd goal of the season. I mean, we knew there was the potential of him to make a mistake like that. We've never really seen Taylor make mistakes. He just doesn't really do anything fantastic. And that's maybe a reason as to why we should keep Callum Taylor. Because that is, that's very bad, isn't it? 54 minutes on the clock. Leiston are now back level, completely against the run of play. We've absolutely battered them so far, and that is a really disappointing goal to give away, to be honest with you. We're going to give them a little bit more time on the pitch than usual to really see how some of these players do bed in. So we'll make our subs in about 5 minutes or so. Brown has picked up an injury, but it's the last game of the season, so I'm not too concerned, as we are now looking to play out from the back. Good football from us there. Diol finds Teniola. He looks for Reece Sarson. Hasn't got on the score sheet in a while. Can he maybe get an assist here? Goes back into Essien. Great ball into the box. Francis can't quite get underneath that one though. Now Mulvaney clears it. Aziz underneath that one. Alongo. Ball over the top looking for Aziz. Up against Harry Haysom. Not actually signed that new contract yet. It's been agreed in principle, but he's not physically signed it. Mulvaney, great ball in towards that back post. Miller with the header. This time it does just go over the bar for Leiston. With just about 25 minutes left on the clock, we are now going to look to make some substitutions. Lacey is going to come on for Brown, who's hampered by injury at the moment. He's going to come on as a poacher. We're also going to bring on Rory Hill for Alex Teniola for his last appearance in a #United shirt. He certainly won't be getting a new contract with the football club, and Cunningham is also going to come on for Bateson at left back, just to make sure Cunningham can still do a job there. 20 minutes or so to go. We need a couple of goals here. Well, as the time ticks on, nothing has happened apart from an injury. We do have another free kick here, which DPD has struck with a lot of knuckleball there. He seems to be a little bit of a set piece specialist as DPD. It looks like our miserable, boring season is ending in a miserable, boring 1-1 draw. Not exactly ideal. It's been a disappointing season. That just about caps things off. I'm not happy. We certainly should have won that. Now, like what I say, I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this summer transfer rebuild. We're hopefully going to get 10 new faces in, something like that. I know we've already got a core of about 6, 7, 8 signed up for next season. We're going to have to promote a few youth players as well. That goalkeeper, Sager, Krieger, whatever his name is, he's certainly going to be a backup next season. We need to try and tie Callum Taylor down to another contract. Brown is going to be out for just 8 days, so that's nothing to worry about. Obviously, that was his debut. There was a couple teams relegated, and there we go. There is the end of Season 3. Hopefully, you have all enjoyed. I'm not going to take you through the end-of-year awards that come up, because I don't really find them too interesting, to be honest with you. I'm going to leave it there, though, for today's video. Yes, a disappointing season, but hopefully you have still enjoyed. Please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Callum Taylor is already here for next season, so who really cares? Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Our wage budget for next season is 3.1k. I swear it was only like 2.3k this season, 2.2k, so that's massive. That extra £800 a week at this level is brilliant. Thank you so much to Spencer Owen, the chairman. Drop a comment in as well, down in the comment section down below. Which players do you think I should be signing as well in this transfer window? This episode is going to be going out before I do any of the transfer business, so please make sure to get in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.